Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Joe Chaffee, SNS Storm Chasers, as we get ready for what could be the first widespread rainfall for much of central and northern New Jersey, possibly parts of southeastern Pennsylvania, extending northward to Long Island, southern Connecticut, and the Hudson Valley. And I think this is an area that could generally be adjusted further north or further south, depending on how the models trend today. I really think at this point, we're just going to be looking at how the radar sets up as we go through the day. Now, this is for this evening on the NAM model, which has some pretty hefty showers and heavy downpours developing across Maryland and northern Virginia. You can see them here. There might even be some stronger thunderstorms in the mix that will probably develop in all this, with temperatures that will be getting up around or into the 90s. For many areas, it'll be the last time we'll see 90-degree temperatures for a little while. And then as we go through the night, and what's happening is low pressure. If you look at the wind here, you see these are the surface winds, and they are south offshore, and they turn southeast across New Jersey and Long Island. This is what you want to see. A southeast wind around a low this time of year provides a really, really good inflow. And remember, the water temperatures now are pretty warm, so we're talking about some moisture-rich tropical air here. And with the upper air being very unstable, this opens the opportunity for some very heavy downpours to develop in some areas. Now, we're into the early morning hours, and we can see that certainly in the yellows in northern New Jersey, down in the Hudson Valley, and through much of eastern Pennsylvania, we've got some heavy downpours there. And then the models, this model in particular, going into tomorrow morning, really develops a pretty strong area of heavy rain through central and northern New Jersey, and then into northeastern Pennsylvania and the Hudson Valley, and that gradually moves over Long Island. In fact, that's a pretty intense view here that the model gives. It would suggest some extremely heavy downpours developing in all this. So this has got potential to flood out somebody. I think that the flash flood watches for central and southern New Jersey are certainly warranted, and for southeastern Pennsylvania, the Weather Service has indicated that they're keeping their eye on things for North Jersey and Long Island and southern New England, and that flash flood potential is certainly there with regards to this. And then, of course, the weather conditions start improving tomorrow afternoon from west to east as everything moves out. And I think as far as the weekend goes, Saturday looks dry, but we could be lining up for another round of rain here on Sunday. So if we wind up with two back-to-back rainfalls within a span of a couple of days, that'll be the first time in a while. This system looks a little less impressive at this point, but it does bring in a decent amount of rain for Sunday. So now, in terms of rainfall, I just want to give you an idea here. And this is the NAM 12 model, which is opposed to the NAM 4-kilometer model, which, by the way, when we go back, is a little further north with everything on this one. It's a little more generous in a larger area, but it does take the crux of the heavy rain a little bit further north, which would put it in more in the drought-stricken areas of northern New Jersey and the Hudson Valley. The rainfall deficits now are running at about 6 to 8 inches in some places. And when we take a look at the total rainfall on this model, it's pretty good. It's showing a generous 1 to 2, half an inch down to southern New Jersey, and then you start to climb to an inch. In northern New Jersey, you get into 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Same for parts of Long Island, and it looks like 2 to 3 inches gets concentrated a little further north. Now, this is on the NAM 12-kilometer model, and now we're going to go to the 4, and the 4 is got a little tighter with the rains. It doesn't have as much down in South Jersey, and it's kind of a gap here. You get some big rains over Maryland, then a little bit of a gap into extreme southeastern PA, and then it picks up again through as you get north to about Allentown, along and north of 195, 78, and on up into North Jersey, over New York City, Long Island, into southern Connecticut. And you can see where there's a concentration of 3.5 to 4.5 inch amounts. I don't like to see big upside numbers on models, because you want to tend to try to be a little conservative. And given that we've been in a drought, it's wise to just kind of be conservative in terms of the forecast. So I think I'll be happy with the idea that there's going to be a generous 1 to 2 inch soaking rainfall with the possibility of some areas getting higher, and the threat for flash flooding is there. So I think you know what the potential is. So just keep it tuned here on SNS Storm Chasers as any thunderstorms develop. Also, meteorologist joechaffee.com, and of course, you can catch me on later today on FiOS 1 News.